Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with podcast 134. Again, we have the 5 questions sent in by real estate investors who had a question. And remember, if you have a question, send it to support@bsffacademy.com. One more time, support@bsffacademy.com. Here we go. Question number 1. What would you do in a situation where you found out the seller does not have insurance on the property after a contract has already been signed? I would ask them to put insurance on the property. The contract actually calls for them to have insurance on the property. If they cannot put insurance on the property, then I would loan them the money, not give them the money, loan them the money to put insurance on the property and have that cost come out of seller proceeds. But it's the seller's responsibility to put insurance on the property, not ours. So if they can't financially do it, loan them the money, have that money that you've loaned them for the insurance. Of course, you're not giving in the money, you're giving it to the insurance company. Come out of seller proceeds. Question number 2, can you please recommend the best performer from the options available on your site for the Large Text Postcard? I can. It would be the one that I use if you're a coaching student. Other than that, I can't because it's been so long since I've been to the website to look at the Large Text Postcard. So if you're a student of mine, we use one that's proprietary to the coaching program, and that works the best. If you're not a student of mine, I don't know which number would be the one I would use. Other than that, they all seem to be pretty good. You might ask sales that question as well. Question number 3. How have you switched your marketing strategy to cope with all the new competition? Great question. I just market more. I don't look at competition as competition. I look at that as if they're benchmarks. They're either people that have been where or at where I've been or are at where I'm going, and both of those are okay. So if there's a lot of benchmarks out there, that's great. It's actually helping our industry tell the consumer that they have a choice besides using a realtor, broker, or agent. And I think that's a great thing. We can't buy all of the houses that we market to anyway. And quite frankly, there's enough to go around. So I just do more marketing.
Thanks for listening to Buy, Sell, Fix, Flip. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through Yellow Letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 4. Are you utilizing more guerrilla techniques, or are the traditional marketing techniques still working just as well or better for you? Guerrilla refers to different types of marketing techniques. I don't use any guerrilla marketing techniques. I am a guerrilla investor, though. I just like doing my direct mail. I like doing my pay-per-click, and we just do it in abundance and cause us to have enough opportunity to answer the phone the amount of times that we need to answer the phone. Question number 4. Whenever Ryan sends a contract to the seller, she tells him to print it and sign it. A lot of people do not have printers, and in many cases, they don't even have computers. But they all have handheld devices or tablets. Can we use electronic signatures devices such as a DocuSign to look up a deal and sign the contracts? You know what? I'm not so certain that they don't have computers and printers. And if they don't, we just send them a hard copy in the mail. And if we have to do it old school, we'll do it old school. We've had to do that. I like the DocuSign concept. I don't know if anybody's ever gone through the DocuSign concept approach before, but it's not the most gentle thing in the world. And so we like what we're doing. If we find that something else will work better for us, we're absolutely going to do that. Just like on yesterday's podcast, we're implementing chat service on our websites, and we've actually already got not a contract, but an appointment to get a contract. It was kind of cool. all through chat. Go figure. So if it's something that's going to work good for us or benefit us in the future, we'll absolutely do it. But at this point, if I had someone that didn't have a computer or a printer, I would just send them a hard copy. I think that's a pretty good thing. We can get them a hard copy FedExed out the next day with a FedEx return envelope coming back to us the next day, and fall forward. I'm just trying to think how many people would not have a computer and a printer but would have a handheld tablet or device. I'm thinking now I have a desktop at my house. I have a printer at my house. I have a tablet at my house. I have a laptop at my house. I have 2 cell phones. So I'm pretty connected. But my mom, although she lives with me, she has her cell phone, but boy, I tell you what, you couldn't do anything on except answer the phone. We had to get her one of those cell phones that was just a cell phone. This thing is, although I'm sure she could text on it if she knew how to text, it is just basically a phone. So again, I'm going to fall back to that if the person isn't familiar enough with technology, and there's a lot of folks that aren't, that we're just going to mail them the contract in a FedEx envelope or UPS overnight envelope, what have you. So to recap, question number 1, what would you do in a situation where you found out the seller does not have insurance? I would ask them to get insurance. If they couldn't afford it, I would loan them the money and have that come off seller proceeds, as we definitely want to protect our interest in the property. Question number 2, can you please recommend the best performer for, I can't, I wish I could, gosh darn it. But if you're coaching students, it's the one we use, but if you're not a coaching student, I can't tell you which one I would use because I haven't been to Yellow Letters website in forever. Question number 3, have you switched your marketing strategy to cope with all of the new competition? I just increased marketing, not doing any guerrilla marketing. Question number 4, we're just finding that pay-per-click, direct mail, follow-up, I think is extremely important. Guys, got to follow up. Can't say it any more better than that. In fact, I just spoke to a coaching student who was following up, and he's got a contract out now with someone. So hopefully they'll sign it and get it back to him. But that just comes from follow-up. So follow up. And as far as using DocuSign, sounds interesting. But at the end of the day, if they don't have a printer or a computer, we're just going to hard copy overnight something to them and get an overnight envelope coming back to us. So make it as easy for the prospects as we can. We fall forward. Great questions today, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.